All right, the real number system. Here's the way this is going to work. In our number system, there's things called reals and imaginaries, and we're only going to work with the reals right now, okay? We're not going to worry about imaginaries in this class. Real numbers can be broke down into two different things: rational and irrational. Irrational numbers. These are things that are like non-perfect square roots, so maybe the square root of 8. Things we call transcendental numbers like pi or e, okay? So these are anything that we cannot write as a fraction, okay? It has a decimal that doesn't repeat. It's nasty, it's ugly numbers. Those are irrational. Rationals are anything that we can write as a fraction, okay? Believe it or not, 3 is a fraction. That's just like 3 over 1. So, or 2 over 5, or -7. All of those are rational numbers. So some examples would be like -7 over 5. 3 is a rational number. 0 is a rational number. 2 2/3 is a rational number. Anything that we can write as a fraction. Okay, going from rationals, the next one down is going to be what's called integers. Okay, integers are your nice pretty numbers like -10, -1, 0, 1, 11, etc. Okay, so those are integers. Pretty numbers have a 1 on the bottom. If we write them as a fraction, they always have a 1 on the bottom. But those are the numbers that you want to deal with. Next down is what we call whole numbers. Okay, whole numbers is what we refer to as counting numbers, but the key word here is whole. 0 makes a whole, so that's where we start. 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up. Okay? And then below that, the smallest number set that we have is called natural. Okay? Natural numbers. 1, these are the 2, 3. These are counting numbers. Whole is not counting. I'm sorry, I said that earlier. Whole is not counting. Whole starts at 0. You don't count starting at 0. Natural, you count starting at 0. So, this is the way that it works. Let's say they gave us a number, -10. We figure out which one it belongs to. Is it 1, 2, 3? No. Is it starts 0, 1, 2, 3? No. Is it an integer? Yes. So if it's an integer, then we just follow it up. It's also rational, and then it's also real. Okay? You just follow the chain all the way up. So we start here and we go up. We don't go down the chain. We go up the chain. So naturals are parts of wholes. Wholes are part of integers. Integers are part of rationals. Rationals are parts of reals. All right? So that's how it works. Other types of things that they're going to ask you about in this unit is putting a number into a fraction. So if like they give you 0.25 and they said, hey, write it in form of A over B. Guys, it's multiple choice, okay? Go through your fractions, type all your fractions in, see which fraction is going to give you 0.25. So if they give you choices like 3 over 10 or 2 over 5 or 1 over 4 or 3 over 5, type them into the calculator. So you would type in 3 divided by 10. It would tell you that's 0.3. 2 divided by 5, 0.4. 1 divided by 4, 0.25. 3 divided by 5, 0.6. Okay, well, which one matches up? Which one gives us the solution that we want to give? This one. Therefore, that's the fraction that goes to it. Okay? And then the last thing they're going to ask you in this unit is least to greatest, or greatest to least. And they're going to give you some really nasty numbers and really nasty fractions. Might be like -7 over 19 and 2 over 12 and -3 over 10. Okay? Well, obviously the least to greatest, that being positive, means it's going to be the greatest number. With the other ones, type them into a calculator. Okay? Make them decimals. Once you make them decimals, then you can figure out which one the smallest one is versus which one the largest one is. Okay? Hopefully that gives you a good idea of what's going on with exploring real numbers. Go ahead and go back to grab point and look at it.